What is going on today? We are talking about how to rethink how we do the internet through blockchain technology, through decentralized networking. Of course, we're talking about Helium, the Helium Network, and whether or not this is a good investment for you and I to get into with cryptocurrency. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to 1 Bitcoin, and I am not your financial advisor, okay? I'm a cowboy. I don't give financial advice. I give cowboy advice. You can't sue for that. I got a little lizard brain, gorilla arms, and diamond hands exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other crazy cowboys. If you want to join us, hit the subscribe button down below. Join us in the Telegram, hit the notification bell on the top, and of course, give us a like button on this video if you want to help us grow, if you want to help grow this channel, and if you, of course, you're a generous person. Now, let me just rethink what the internet is, okay? There are things in our everyday life that connect to the internet. Not you and me, not like just cell phones and laptops, but a whole host of things that connect to the internet. And I don't even think about, I'll give you an example. My refrigerator connects to the internet. Why? No idea. Coffee makers connect to the internet. I don't have one of those. I have a French press. Your washing machine, your AC units, you know how you could adjust that stuff online, you know what I mean, like with Wi-Fi, your cameras, your light bulbs. I got a light bulb, you know, connecting to the internet, connecting through Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. Pet collars connect to the internet. Scooters connect to the internet. What's that called? Teslas, right? Teslas I want a Tesla. I want a smart car so bad. But these smart cars are connecting to the internet. There's so many things. Refrigerators connect to the internet. Cameras connect to the internet. So when you have all these technologies, right? These products who are all connecting to the internet because for whatever reason they're just smart, right? Somehow they were dumb, now they're smart. They all need the internet. You have two options. The first option, Wi-Fi. Just connect them to the Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, why not? Well, there are a few drawbacks to that. The first one is it's locked down in location. So if you have a pet, you know, who has a smart collar on this like puppy and it gets lost out of Wi-Fi range, does no good. Second, security. You know, like if you connect to Starbucks Wi-Fi, you better not be, you know, checking your bank account. if you connect to some other Wi-Fi out there, like, you know, it's locked. You give up any kind of secure information. It's just security and location lock. Those are the two biggest cons for Wi-Fi. That's one option for internet. The second option for internet is cellular data. You know, this companies like Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. And they're always battling for, you know, who's got the biggest network and the towers and all this nonsense, all right? The problem with that is it is very, very costly, okay? My wife, she has a little Apple Watch. That cost me like another $10, $15 a month for a watch. You know what I mean? Like, when did I have to start paying subscription services to my watch? I don't like it. My iPad needs its own subscription service. And on top of that, am I gonna put like a subscription service on my puppy's collar? No, that doesn't make any sense. So this whole concept of like these individual like items having to connect to the internet, it's called the Internet of Things, right? It's not just you and me watching, you know, videos or whatever, or using, you know, our cell phones or whatever to connect to the internet. It's these things that just, you know, share data. And to provide a better user experience, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that connects, like smart cars, right? That's an example. Now, I'm going to connect to a Wi-Fi service. I can't. I'm in a car. I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to pay for it. Now, there is something different, okay? And this is where Helium comes in. Helium is trying to create its own Internet of Things. That these things don't have to connect to Wi-Fi service or cellular data. They could actually instead piggyback off of a decentralized internet network. How does this work? Well, people like you and me buy these little like miners, right? And I'm really considering one right now, but I have to buy two, right? But they buy these miners and they set them up in their homes. And it creates this little like hotspot. It of course runs off of your own internet. You have to plug it into like the Ethernet port, and it creates its own hotspot to where these things can connect to it. I don't think that, you know, it's intended for cell phones or whatever. Maybe it can do that in the future, but it's more focused on like these things, like you know, like these random things that have to connect to the internet. We'll do that on this network. It's a whole separate, network specialized for an Internet of Things. I thought that was very difficult to understand in my brain, conceptually, right? Conceptually. Now, what ends up happening is that when these people, when you and I, when we put up these little hotspots, those are actually miners, and it's providing a service at the same time. It provides an internet for other people's things to connect to jump on, okay? And in return, we get rewarded Helium crypto, right? Helium tokens, Helium coins. And so we are getting rewarded for letting other people use our hotspot, our Wi-Fi. Now, the contrast thing here is that if you look at like a Bitcoin miner or an Ethereum miner or whatever, you're spending thousands of dollars and like these huge rooms and hundreds of dollars of electricity just to run these miners. And it's been reported that these miners only run on about 5 cents a day. And it could potentially get you for anywhere from 1 helium a week to like 50 helium a week, depending on how your network's set up around here and stuff like that. Which is, I think, is amazing, because each helium currently is about $13. So you are already seeing a price. Now, just for complete transparency, that these helium miners, they could cost several hundreds of dollars, like $400, $500, $600. So you got to weigh your cost to, reward ratio here. But essentially, that's what's happening. There is a need for these random things to be connected to the internet, okay? And there's some drawbacks for cellular data, which is, a heavy cost barrier, and Wi-Fi, which is location barriers. So the option here is to get people, incentivize them to create a huge network where these these things can connect to the internet, and then reward them with Helium token. That is it in a nutshell. Now let's get into whether or not this is a good investment for you and me. So here we are into the website helium.com, and it's basically mine crypto with radio. These are the hotspots that you could use. I hear that Bobcat is the best one. That's the one I'm looking at right now to buying, and that one's for about $425. And here's the network map, right? Here's the coverage. I have it pulled up right here. Now I'm in the city Port St. Lucie. Okay, Port St. Lucie, Florida. I'm fully okay with people knowing that I'm in this city. And so you could see here that there are just a very few people. These green dots are these little networks, these little nodes that people are mining in, that they're creating that whole, network. There's very few in my city. It's a sleepy town, Port St. Sleepy. There's not that many. However, if I zoom out, if I go to Vero, just north of me, oh dang, there's a lot of them here. So every one of these people are making a lot of helium, especially when they're talking to each other. Because when they are able to talk to each other, there's something called proof of coverage. And it just basically rewards them more, because they are making sure that each one is in its place exactly how they say. So it's a very decentralized way. Now, if we go down to, like, say Miami, bam, look at all these guys. These guys are all, Miami is crypto capital in Florida, man. It's awesome. So we see a lot more, especially in downtown Miami. We see a lot of people mining helium, especially in a condensed area of a lot of people with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so my city, I have to still debate whether or not my city is good and it's ready for me to start mining helium. Obviously, there's some people here, but literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. I would be the 10th one. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Or I mean, like Miami. I would go down to Miami, put this up, join the networks and stuff like that, and spread the city. So that is that's what we're dealing with here. And so Helium is basically, to sum it up, people powered networks. It's just a wireless revolution ran by people in a decentralized way. Also, to serve that security issue, it's run off a blockchain, right? This is all off a blockchain. So the issue of security, of data leaks and stuff like that, it's all got the backing of blockchain. So essentially, if you are looking to invest in Helium, you're looking to invest in this idea, this concept that people can now create its own decentralized network of internet for the Internet of Things. I love that it's being used by like very big companies such as Salesforce. You know how much I love Salesforce, and it's backed up by their Helium token. Now let's talk about their token. The Helium token is trading at just under $13, and you can see this parabolic move at the beginning of the year, at the start of the bull run. Whoop, we ran it up. It drops down and it goes up into these, you know, these little triplet here, and now we're seeing it right here. It's found like some kind of support right here at about 13 bucks right now. Okay, so to me, is this a good coin that you'd want to mine? Yeah, I think so. I think it's a great idea. I think it incentivizes people the right way. I think it has a lot of upward mobility. I think it's got a lot of partnerships that's, you know, it's being used, so it's pretty adopted. I think the coverage, at least in Miami, look, this is Miami's you know, forward thinking. Look at this. Look at this. This is Florida, baby. We're here. So I think it's got a lot of usage right now. Oh, whoa, what is this? What is this? I gotta see that. Is that New York? I don't know what that is. New Brunswick? Looks like New York. Yeah, so Jersey City and stuff. Okay, so yeah, this is New York right there. Boom, right there. Yeah, so you already see that people are using, there's already huge adoption for it. So yeah, I'm excited. You know, I think this is a good pick. I think this is a long-term pick. I think just the idea of buying Helium the idea of creating an internet of people, I think that's very, very interesting to me. Really quick, let's just do a price prediction here. If we're looking at $13, right, and currently right now, and its all-time high, let's see, was about $18. Let's say let's round up to $19. Yeah, I think we're still early in the big scheme of things. Look, this came onto the scene in CoinMarketCap June 2020, so this is a little over a year old, and it's still got a lot of life left. I hear a lot of excitement from a lot of different YouTubers out there. I personally found out about this because I was doing a live and someone just told me about it. So I'm excited about this. I really recommend you guys getting into this. Of course, I'm not your financial advisor. This is never financial advice, but I could easily see this hitting $20 this year. No problem. $20 mark this year. These should be blown out of the water. This is just too good of it. There's a lot of hype behind it. There's a lot of I'm seeing a lot of videos behind it, and you know, it's a very interesting project. So you stand to make about 50% on an investment by the end of the year, which is 20 bucks. Now again, don't sue me. I'm a cowboy, little lizard brain, okay? But I'm just trying to make it out here, just like the rest of us. We all got little lizard brains, gorilla arms, and diamond hands, exploring, adventuring, riding together to the moon. We'll see you there.